Hey everybody out there in YouTube world, my name is Old School Nerd and welcome back into the channel. Today we're doing another reaction, and this was another reaction from one of you. Wait, actually they're all from you guys, but that's not the point. I had done a reaction yesterday to a band from Punjab, India, the Punjab area of India. Great band, and they're called Bloodywood. And I thought it was great. I loved the way they incorporated the native instruments and music and flavor of the area they're with into their metal music. And I thought it was awesome, and a lot of you agreed with it. I thought it was a great thing. So someone said, hey, there's another band out there in New Zealand trying to preserve not just musical stylings, but an actual language. So they sent me this little article, and it was a band, three guys from New Zealand called Alien Weaponry. And their entire thing is they do heavy metal music, but they do it using Maori language, which is the tribal indigenous language of New Zealand. A lot of people who commonly refer to it as it's the native peoples of New Zealand that the haka comes from, the tribal dance before war, competitions, sporting events. You've seen it, but it's the Maori people and the Maori language. And apparently their language is dying out as culture expands. Children aren't learning it. So they thought a way to save it would be to eternalize it in their music. Just pretty damn cool. So they said, you got to check out Tangata, which is this video here. So we're going to check it out. Of course, if you love Alien Weaponry and you've heard them before, then you've been waiting for this. I've never heard anything from them, but they're on Napalm Records, and Napalm Records usually does a lot of heavy people, you know, like Ginger. So we know they're probably not going to suck. All right, so like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for the subscriptions, the likes, the thumbs up, the comments, the suggestions, the ideas, the smart ass comments. I love them all. All of you make all of this happen. And without further ado, I'm going to move my beard out of the way because it's always in the way. Let's just be honest. It's like right there. Get this sucker out of the way. Let's see how Alien Weaponry from New Zealand continues the traditions of the Maori people and their language in the song Kai Tangata. Oh, and the link for this, it's going to be in the description. Check it out. All right. Nepal. In 1820, the great Northern War chief Hongi Hika departed New Zealand for England. On his return, he brought with him the word of God and hundreds of muskets. Oof. Things would never be the same again. Okay, that is a reference to colonialism, by the way. You know, the chief of an island goes to England, comes back with religion that is different from what they've grown with, their culture, and muskets, which change warfare, which therefore changes the civilization completely. Things would never be the same again. It's a classic story of how colonialism spread through the world, starting in the late 1400s and extended all the way through even now. So it's interesting they put it in there. In reverse, nice. That's aggressive. Okay, now I'm a rugby fan, by the way. Love rugby. I played rugby in college, intramural, and my favorite team, honestly, my favorite team is Uruguay. Don't want to talk about it, but I actually met them. But everyone knows that in the world of rugby, the All Blacks, which is the national team of New Zealand, are a powerhouse and have been a powerhouse for decades. And a lot of their, it's because there's just something about it. And the tattoos, the imagery, They're beautiful people, but the Maori are not to be fucked with. Understand? Just letting you know now. It's not just a rugby thing, and I'm not just saying it because they look like savage warriors. No. The passion of these people comes out in everything they do. And if it comes out in their music, like I just heard, hang on, brothers and sisters. Ooh. Now they're a power trio. There's 3 guys. I don't see any subtitles, so sorry. Okay, I'm sorry to stop it. The music is amazing, but there are some imageries here that I just want to share some thoughts about. The tattooing you see is traditional Asia Pacific tattooing. It's not just in the Maori people. It's Tongan. It's even Japan. Traditional Japanese tattooing is something like this, where it is a bone with teeth in it. In some, they actually use a jawbone of a fish with teeth, and it's tapped with a stick. And Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, a lot of you have, of course, heard of him. He has a large piece done on his shoulder, and he actually went back to Samoa. He did an interview. He went back to Samoa and had it done traditionally, and it took 3 weeks. And it was painful as shit. Very painful. But also, I just realized something, okay? Don't know how I didn't catch this before, but it just clicked in my head. Alien weaponry, okay? Some people are going to go, oh, it's spaceships and shit? No, it's not, okay? The word alien is anything that is not indigenous. If you bring something into something else, it is alien to the area. So in the beginning of the video, when they're talking about they brought muskets back, they brought muskets back. That's some of what they're talking about. That they brought back alien weaponry that didn't exist. And so you see these one tribes and they're holding the weapons like they're going to fire them, and then you see these warriors come out holding them like clubs. It's alien to them. I'm starting to get it, starting to catch it. Let's continue. I'm sorry to stop, but I just started to catch, all this stuff started falling into pieces, and I'm like, whoa, great grooves, love the riffs. I like the use of the Maori language in there. And then his chorus, he changes, goes up in a head voice. It's really nice. Continue. Okay. That's an Irish woman. No, I'm just kidding. The thing about it is unlike some places around the world, you do have an intermix of European and native cultures. And from the research I did before this, because someone said you really got to look into this before you do this reaction, is that the native peoples and the European settlers within New Zealand have become much more homogenous together and have shared their cultures and embrace each other much more than a lot of other places around the world. For instance, we know that Australia and the Aborigines of Australia did have many, many, many struggles for many, many years through colonialism and the oppression of the native people. We see it through Africa. We see it in the United States. We've seen it in South America, Asia. It's happened all over the world. So if these people, even if they don't have apparent ethnic indigenous blood in them, if they properly honor the heritage of the country in which they pledge their allegiance to, got to tip your hat to them. Most cultures will say, it doesn't matter what the original language was, you're going to learn ours. But if you're the settler, if you're the people that are coming in, and you're the one saying, you know what, we're going to learn your language, that's not too bad. That's again, that's pretty damn awesome. So some people may look at this and go, she's not, you know, maori, or she's not native, and why is it offensive that she's wearing the paint and everything? No, it's not. If you're doing it with honor and respect, it's not. It's a homage. It's a tribute, and it should be treated as such. Sounds a lot like machine guns, doesn't it? Burst fire. That riff, man, is really good. It doesn't let up at all. He's rolling it back. Wow. I think it's really, really, really important when we see videos like this or messages like this, where bands come through and they want to share a message. And I think this is one of those times. Here's something I want to share real quick. I'm Cajun, okay? So my ancestors are refugees from France to then to Canada and then down to South Louisiana, and that's my heritage, okay? And there are people from all around the world, and it's 2021. So the parts of the planet that have not been reached by civilization and technology are very remote now. Very, 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 very few. And no matter where you're from, no matter where you live, no matter what country you live in, no matter what family or heritage you come from, I offer this little bit of advice to all of you. I've traveled all over the world. I've set foot in Perth, Australia. I've been to Scotland. I've been to Europe. I've been to South Africa. I've been to Singapore and Thailand. I've been to places where cultures clash, cultures collide with each other. And no matter where you are in the world, this is what I would take from this video. Yes, things in the past where people were marginalized, or the societies or the civilizations or moral values and histories of other people have been pressed upon another people, and it's changed their societies forever. No matter where you are in the world, take the time to discover the heritage of where you are. Even if it's not a heritage that is in your bloodline, okay? If I take the time to go and look up the Coshada Native American tribe, which is literally, they're all over this area of Louisiana. If I do research into that Native American nation of people, the Coshadas, and I look them up and I study them and I honor their heritage and how they developed here, then all I'm doing is carrying on that knowledge. And that's the most important thing, is that we don't forget these civilizations. We don't forget these people. We don't forget their history. We don't forget any of these things, because as technology continues to push forward, I have 3 daughters. Do they know what it is to be Cajun like I do? No. So it's my job to pass that on to them, to make sure they pass it on and pass it on. So I really love what these guys are doing. I love that they're holding true tightly to the culture that they live in. And though they look more European in descent, does that mean that they don't have native blood of native New Zealanders in their bloodline? Who knows? Maybe, maybe not. It doesn't matter. All New Zealanders that you see, and you can do these articles and look at these interviews, almost all of the New Zealanders that live on the 2 islands of New Zealand embrace the Maori heritage that they have. And it's really awesome to see. I wish more countries would do that. So I think this is kind of a wake-up call, even if it's just a little one. Take the time. If you live in the Nordic countries, visit that history. If you are from Africa, visit that history. Europe, visit it. Asia, North America, South America. It doesn't matter where you live. And of course, the Pacific Rim. Delve into that heritage. Learn it. Experience it. Take hold of it and cherish it. Because here's the thing, and this is the most important thing I'm going to say this whole video. By learning of all the things that people have overcome in our past, maybe, just maybe, we can avoid some of the problems that we may make in our future. There's something to say about ancient wisdom, you know. Oh, wow, that was deep. That was way deeper than I was planning on going. Thanks a lot, Alien Weaponry. Oh, but it was a great song, though. I'm gonna check out some more stuff of theirs. I hear that they've done a lot of tours, they've done a lot of the festivals, they do a lot of live performances. I'm gonna check them all out. You guys are pouring more. If you're gonna do this one. That's awesome. Keep them coming. My name is Old School Nerd, and yes, I'm old, but you are never too old to discover a new band that's telling a very old message to make sure that we keep it to heart. That's it for me. See you guys next time. Peace.